Welcome everyone, my name is Lady Alex, and this is Say What with Lady Alex. Today I will be talking to you about a few of my passions and why I created this podcast. Aside from my photography and my many craft projects, my true passions lie with gaining knowledge and sharing it with people to help make a growing and positive community. Today's episode, we have a great pleasure of speaking with Allison Field. Allison is a proud owner of Six Eagles Haven, a local retreat and meditation center located on the beautiful Grand Mesa. While not a native herself, Allison quickly fell in love with the Grand Valley and soon made it her home. With a goal to have a full retreat center equipped with garden, grounds, and ropes course, that ultimate dream fell right into her hands shortly after her relocation. Let's listen to how she did exactly that. Welcome, my friend Allison Field. Welcome everybody back to the 27 Studios. We have an excellent guest all the way down from the Mesa. It's Miss Allison Field. She's coming all the way down here to talk to us about all the awesome things that she has going on and about her new Six Eagles Haven. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're not a local, so.
No, thanks so much for having me today. But yeah, well, I'm a local now.
Now, of course, yeah. Yes, for sure.
But we relocated from Dallas in December.
Fun.
And yes, and super wild as far as an adventure.
Yeah.
Because we came here to start a retreat center, and we thought it was going to be like a 1 to 3 year project.
Right.
And it really literally happened overnight and landed in our laps.
I do have to say that the whole story is like quite an inspiration. I use it in a lot of things that I have posted recently because I'm like, see, when you put your intentions out there, you can get them back to you.
Oh, you do. And I apparently am a master manifestor.
That is amazing. You have to teach us how you do it.
Yes. Actually, we have an event coming up this weekend, so I'll tell you about that later.
Oh, okay. So, tell me about how you even got started in, helping people and getting in that genre.
Wow, that's a big story and a long one. I'll make it short.
Okay.
So I grew up a wild teenager, and yes, and I grew up wanting to work with teenagers, troubled teenagers or kids who didn't have their way paved out for them.
Right.
And so I was a late bloomer going to college. Started when I was 28, took me 10 years. I could only afford 2 classes at a time.
Yeah.
And so during that period, long period, I realized, I was looking for a specific area to work with teenagers. And at the time, the teenage moms it was a big issue, and teenage moms were going to fall off the welfare rolls. And so my heart went out to them. And
Right.
since I love kids and I love teens,
Yes.
it was a great fit for me.
Right.
So I was founder and executive director for a nonprofit organization that worked with teen mothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I did that for 16 years.
So you helped quite a few people.
Yeah, it was over 800 moms and over 1,000 children.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh.
It was really a cool time. It was really a program that was needed, and it still exists.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
In Dallas.
Yeah.
So there comes a time in every founder's life when you need to turn over the organization to someone new so that it can grow
Right.
in a different way.
Yeah.
And so after 16 years, I felt like it was ready. It was time.
Yeah.
And the organization, was mature enough where I felt like it could sustain and survive without me.
Right.
And so after a long search of finding a new executive director, I retired from it. But I was way too young to retire. I was like, what am I going to do with my time? But I had a plan, and coaching was becoming a new profession at the time.
New fad.
It's a bit way bigger than a fad, though, now.
Right. It's like it's the way of life now, I feel like.
Well, it just provides so much availability for people than therapy.
Right.
Because it's not therapy.
Yeah.
But it provides people, I think, with an avenue to really capitalize on what it is they want to accomplish with their lives.
Yes.
In a way that's, I think, less expensive than therapy.
Probably.
And it works more forward-facing rather than dealing with the past.
Okay. So you have, you've already gone through the past. Let's focus on your future.
Yeah, and how we can maximize your potential in the future.
Which is pretty
or
good.
Now,
right.
Now. Yeah, right. So it's really fun. So I segued from the nonprofit arena to coaching.
Okay.
And it was a good fit for me.
Yeah.
Because I was struggling with what do I do after 16 years of helping teen mothers.
Yeah.
I did not want to go back in nonprofits.
Right.
But I still wanted to help people.
Right.
And so helping people was still at my core.
Okay.
It's not something you shake and get rid of, it's just still at my core.
Yeah.
So it was a way for me to segue into something that I love still. And helping people, do what they love, really.
Yes. Oh, that's so incredible. So give me kind of a rundown on what you did as a coach. Were you more like entrepreneurial based, life coaching based, or kind of did it all?
Well, when I first graduated from my coaching school in 2012, I asked that question, because they want you to hone in on a niche. Right. And for me, my passion was really helping people do what they love career-wise.
Okay.
Like life is way too short to be spending time doing something doesn't...
Basically wasting time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And doing something that doesn't bring you joy.
Right.
And so it was a really good opportunity for me to look and see, how I could mold that into my career as a coach. So hence career design.
Perfect.
And leadership coach.
Oh, that's incredible.
But it didn't stop there.
No? Okay.
No.
What else did you do?
Well, along the way, I realized as a career design coach, people get blocked by a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And when you're blocked, you can't see the forest through the trees. You can't really be in the space of exploration until you unblock the blocks.
Yeah.
So I'm known as an energy blockbuster coach with my clients.
Okay.
And I'm really good at figuring out or looking at or holding the mirror for my clients to see what's stopping them, what's blocking them from being able to maximize their potential.
Right. Oh, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know with me, there are lots of things that I get in my own head about. I have lots of limiting beliefs that used to hold me back. And that's a struggle I know, lots of people have.
Oh, we're human. I'm a coach, but I have them too.
Right.
And it's just developing an awareness around them. And once you have an awareness around them, there's no really place to hide.
Yeah, because then every time you're doing not what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So,
right.
Because I know, especially for me in my weight loss journey, I know the knowledge. So, like, every time I slip up, I'm like, that's another 7 days of working out because I needed that donut. And it's terrible.
Well,
it's terrible.
Yeah, we can need and should ourselves all day long, and it doesn't make a difference.
Right.
Except make you feel worse.
Yep, it doesn't.
So it's really about looking at the language, the messages you give yourself.
Right.
And feed into your little brain or bigger brain or whatever.
Okay, now I did have a recent conversation with someone who they feel like being negative to themselves actually helps them to get better. What do you say to people who feel that way?
Well, I say do what works for you.
Okay.
I mean, if speaking negative to yourself is helpful and it's motivating to you,
then do it.
Do it.
Okay, because I was on the firm belief that I was like, no, that's bringing negativity in. And
it's energy.
It is.
It's energy. And I work with 7 levels of energy.
Right.
All of them have benefits.
Okay.
advantages and disadvantages.
Oh, okay.
So that is using a lower level of energy to support you and motivate you into a higher level of energy that maybe works for you better.
Okay, well, I definitely will have to give my apologies because I was super dug in the negativity. I'm one of those like positive riders, so every time I hear that, I'm always like, quit doing that! That's terrible!
Well, and you make a really good point because, so for the person who is speaking negatively to themselves to motivate themselves,
right,
they really have to look at how that negative message makes them feel.
right.
So if it makes them mad enough to propel them into action, into a higher level,
right,
then that is helpful.
Then it is a positive.
But if you are talking trash to yourself and it makes you feel worse and doesn't elevate you into another level, then that's something to really look at.
That's just bullying then.
Yeah, you're just bullying yourself, and that can be effective for a moment.
Yeah.
But over time, what does that really do to the results you're seeing for yourself?
Right. But I like how you said that, there is that moment, because I know for me especially, there were times that I'm like, gosh, why are you so stupid at making those choices? But at the same time, if they are gearing me to be like, no, I'm going to fight back harder and stronger, then it is. It's like a base. It's a platform for jumping off.
Yes, it is a platform. And so when you recognize that it's motivating then, rather than tearing you down, then that's the key.
Oh, that's great. That's a great message too, because I know that in the self-help kind of genre, it's kind of frowned upon to kind of neg yourself, I guess, quote unquote. But if it's, like you said, if it's a positive, then I like if it gets you to where you need to be.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of nuance there because it really is all about the language. It's all about how those words make you feel, and how that shows up, and the results that you want.
Yeah.
So if it's in line, great. If it's not in line, it's not working for you, then you need to change the language around it.
Yeah, because you can get fired up without having to be mean.
Yeah, I get all fired up over certain levels of energy, and then it really helps me, support me,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what would you tell someone who gets, in their head a lot? Because I personally am someone who I will do something and feel confident about my choices, especially in my entrepreneurial endeavors, but then they start to fail, and then I start having, that self-confidence issue, and how do you keep that chugging along?
Yeah, so that is that's what we call your gremlin.
Okay.
And your gremlin is your inner critic.
Right.
It's the noise inside your head that chat all the time, right? And everybody has it.
Right.
Right? And your gremlin has served you well your whole entire life in keeping you safe.
Right. Because it keeps you in your box.
Yeah, don't be an entrepreneur. Yeah. Don't try. Don't get out there.
Because you might fail.
Right. What were you thinking?
That might hurt you.
That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And it's that noise that speaks to our limitations, not our greatness.
Yes.
So I have a surefire way to not battle the gremlin. I almost said battle the gremlin. It's to recognize the gremlin, shine a light on it.
Okay.
And help and when you shine the light on the gremlin, it helps dissipate some of the energy around it.
Okay.
So that you can A, recognize it, B, help move it along.
Yeah.
And set it aside. Because you remember, you're not going to get rid of it. You're not trying to get rid of it.
No.
You're just trying to shine the light.
Yeah.
So the first thing I say is name your gremlin.
Okay. Oh, so give it like its own identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you separate it from yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's a part of you, but it's not you.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So don't name it somebody you know.
Okay.
Like your husband. Don't do that. Right? And so name it something. Gender does not matter.
Right.
But whatever feels energetically good for you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And if it's something that shifts your energy just by the name alone, that's even better. You get bonus points, yes. Right?
I know for me, I did a little bit of a spiel of my inner mean girl because I that's what I call her, is my inner mean girl, the one who crushes my soul because she knows all my secrets. So Mean Girls, her name is Regina George, so she's my inner Regina George.
Oh, there you go. Regina George.
Yeah.
And so you shine the light, you call her out when she starts the chatter in your head. And then you come up with a statement that dismisses her.
Oh, okay.
And so you want to energetically feel into it, play with it,
right,
until you come up with a statement that feels good, that you actually feel released. Like, Regina what?
Regina George.
Regina George, what are you doing?
Right. That's so fetch, Regina George.
Right.
That's another quote from her.
That's cute. So you shine the light, you recognize her, and then tell her to get lost.
Okay. You put her away.
Right.
Back on the shelf.
Thanks for trying to help me stay safe, but I don't need you right now.
Oh,
Something
smart.
to sort of dismiss her.
Yeah.
Like, go back and play.
Yeah. Because like you said, you don't want them to be away, that they protect you, but at the same time, you know your limits.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so great.
And then you come up with a statement that allows you to stand in your truth of who you know yourself to be as an entrepreneur.
Oh, so you do a reassurance of something you know you are.
The truth.
Yeah.
The truth. Because your gremlin's not speaking the truth.
Right.
Right?
They're going to say anything to get you to stop.
Yeah.
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 That's so smart.
You're going to so mess up. No, I'm not, because I know my greatness.
Right. Oh, that's so good.
Right?
Yes.
So that's a statement. And when I say I know my greatness and really feel it, then it shifts my energy.
True.
So that I can then move forward and get back into action and do things.
Oh, that's so smart. And my favorite quote, honestly, is the vibe you have attracts your tribe. And if you want to elevate your vibe, you need to do that. Like, you just need to do it. And that starts with right there, saying it out loud and feeling that energy.
Bare Elements Events, creating life's precious memories, one element at a time. Everything from planning events, providing talented DJs, or photographers trained to perfectly capture your life's moments. You'll receive personalized mementos you'll cherish a lifetime. For booking information, head on over to Facebook, Instagram, or bareelementsevents.com.
Hey podcasters, musicians, or anyone needing a commercial. Have you heard of 2-7 Productions? Steven is a legendary producer with a master's in music production. His vibrant vision creates a bright passion for what he does. His expertise ranges from album production with various artists, Say What with Lady Alex podcast, and many more. Head on over to 2-7 Productions Facebook and Instagram, and let's record! Be sure to like and subscribe and contact us for booking information, or go to bareelementsevents.com. So how did that transition into wanting to do a retreat center?
Really good question. So we're in Dallas, and my sister moved from Holland to Moab 2 years ago.
Oh wow, that's a big move.
It is a big, gigantic move. And she contracted Legionella pneumonia and almost died.
Oh no.
And she was care flighted to St. Mary's.
Here in Junction, okay, because that's probably the nearest hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
And was hooked up to machines for like 10 days. And so I flew here to be with her.
Yeah.
And I remember standing in the ICU waiting room. She's better now.
Oh, good.
But I remember standing in the ICU waiting room, and the big window overlooked the book cliffs.
Oh, yes. It's a great view from up there,
It
too.
is. So phenomenal. And I told my husband at that time, we have to figure out how to move here.
Okay.
So here we are. It's a few months away from moving.
Uh-huh.
And we weren't scheduled to move until April this year, but we decided to move in December instead, which was good so we can experience a winter.
Yeah.
But as it was getting closer to our move, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, because I'm a coach and he's a consultant. But But that doesn't take up all of our time.
Right.
So we wanted something else. And he came home one day and he said, I know what it is. I said, what? He said, let's do a retreat center. And for my husband to say that versus moi, right? I mean, it's like,
It got you all fired up.
It did.
The chills going.
Yes. It totally did. I was like, how did you know my heart? Oh my God, it was perfect.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So that's how the idea was born.
Okay.
And it's probably something that was in my back of my mind and heart for a while. I just didn't think it was going to happen like now, right?
Yeah.
So, move forward, and it's close to the moving time.
Yeah.
We don't really have a place to stay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of just flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah. We packed up stored everything in a storage room, packed up our Jeep, and a week before we left, I'm in a coaching group, and one of the members, Paula, is in the group.
Okay.
And so I saw she lived in the Redlands. And
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh, I'm moving to Grand Junction. I think that's close to you. She said, oh yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
So we got on the phone and talked. We had never talked before.
Very cool.
Totally hit it off. And then she said, well, where are you staying? And I said, well, we have a hotel for a week. And don't really have a plan, but we're just going to wing it.
Yeah.
She said, well, why don't you stay here? And I'm like, wow. Oh my God, that's so nice. She was leaving, but she was leaving the day after to go to somewhere for a couple
all of
weeks.
her crazy travels.
Right. And she said, but you can stay here and take care of the cats. And I said, that's great. I have Fred the Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
Who eventually it didn't work out because Fred
does not like kitties.
No.
Oh no.
Not only didn't like them, but he chased them.
Oh no.
So I still took care of the cats for a couple weeks, but we had to go to the only other friend we knew in Grand Junction. We'd stay there.
Yeah.
But Paula hooked us up with somebody else, Kim, who happened to have a condo that we could stay in month to month while we were looking for a retreat center.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
And it had some work to do on it, which my husband agreed to do.
Yeah.
And so it was like the perfect situation.
Like oh,
right.
Man, that's awesome.
Serendipity. And so she wasn't living in it. She was going to stay with her son and daughter-in-law while they had their newborn baby.
Oh.
So we could stay in the apartment. My husband could do some work finishing out the trim and
be mutually beneficial for everyone.
Right. So we moved in close to Christmas.
Okay.
And again, we were going to look for a retreat center, and we weren't, had no vision of it happening that fast.
Right. Right, because, there's lots of planning you got to do, kind of where's your location you're wanting to look at. Right. All kinds of things go into planning something like that.
Right. Like you have to find a piece of land. Right. You have a short building season here.
Oh, yeah.
So it was funny. In December, I went on Sunday to the Center for Spiritual Living.
Okay.
And I met my friend Antigone there.
Okay.
Who now works with us at Six Eagles. But she had a similar vision as we did. She was new to Grand Junction as well. She had a similar vision.
Yeah. And
so we hit it off and had coffee and just, really created kind of what we were looking for and what we wanted. And two big properties came up. The first one was a nice property, but it was not the right one for us. Then my husband goes and plays bridge. This is a really good story. My husband plays bridge and got involved with the bridge club.
Okay.
And he was playing one day, and one of the ladies at his table happened to be a realtor. Not only happened to be a realtor, but happened to know about this property retreat center that was ready to go and ready.
Oh, my gosh.
Completely done. Like furnished and everything.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
No, get out. It was so amazing. And so I remember it was early January when we went and we still don't have our stuff from Dallas yet. Right? So we go up and look at it, and we had to have a truck to get up there because it was snowy.
Oh, yeah, because you went in January to look at it? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
So, we went up and we walked in the door, and when you walk in the door of this place, it is like a view like from heaven. It must be what heaven is like. But you walk in and the whole window overlooks this beautiful, the mountains and the valley. And it's just, and we both, all of us that were there just immediately said, yes.
Yes.
And so, the lady that my husband was playing bridge with, that was the first time in 10 years that she was playing bridge because she was taking care of her husband who was dying.
Oh my gosh.
So she hadn't played in 10 years. And so the very first time that she's back playing bridge happens to be sitting at my husband's table. She happens to know about not only know about the property, but intimately involved with the Hilltop who owns the property, who owned the property.
That gave me chills. That is so crazy.
Like, look at all the things that had to happen and align.
And not just for your life, for lots of other people's
lives. Yes.
Lined up for this.
Yes. And it all started with my sister terribly getting sick.
Oh my gosh.
It's such a cool story.
That is a crazy story.
And so, we, through negotiations, it took several months, 4 months of negotiations and talking about
everything.
Get everything aligned.
So everyone's.
And then bam, we moved in May 15th.
Nice.
And yes. And I have an update.
Oh, what is it?
It's really cool. So we are forming a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
For Six Eagles Haven.
Okay.
Because what we are all about is really education.
Right.
Education for personal development, education for permaculture, education for environmentalism and for sustainability. And so all of what we offer is really for the health and well-being of all people.
That is so incredible.
Yeah, so super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I can't believe that.
I know.
You guys are just chugging along on all these goals, man.
We are.
Oh, I love
excited.
that. I can't wait because I do have to say I've scoped it out a lot on Facebook. Your views are to die for.
Yeah,
those sunsets.
You.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys put in like tell me what the garden thing that you put in.
The tree of life labyrinth.
Okay, yes. Now, we just went to vacation in Cincinnati, and down by the river, they have like this little pathway through, and I was wondering if it's the same thing. So tell me about your labyrinth.
So our labyrinth is 20,000 square feet.
Woo!
It's about a 20-minute in, 20-minute out.
Oh, okay.
If you go.
Yeah.
The whole directional. And it really provides a meditative walk for people.
Right.
You can set an intention before you go in.
Okay.
And labyrinths are such that they can be very prayerful.
Okay.
And very contemplative, reflective.
Yeah.
And you can set really cool intentions.
Oh, that's really cool.
And have them manifest.
And it's kind of like, now, the one in Cincinnati, it was kind of like a pathway maze. And it just took you like in a bunch of crazy spirals until you finally made it to the end.
Yeah.
Is that kind of similar how yours is? Or is yours, yours is in such a beautiful scenic area.
Yeah, it's a bit different. So most labyrinths, I think, are flat.
Yeah, it was flat.
Yeah, ours are up and down. And
so it's like a little hike, too.
Yes, it's a little hike. It is definitely a little hike, and it's it is, the path is marked clearly, so you know which way to go. But if you follow it, then you reach the middle where we have a prayer bench and a prayer tree, and you can leave a little sacred object if you want.
Oh.
And then before you head back out.
Yeah.
The other way.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that idea too, to be able to, have a peaceful walk and reflect back on your intentions and set them because hey, it's working for you.
Clearly create them. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah. Now, I know at the beginning of
of this interview, you were talking about a class or
an event.
An event.
Yes.
So tell me about your event.
So we have lots of events scheduled, but this weekend, Saturday, from
Okay.
10 to 4, is our Labyrinth Lunch and Learn.
Ooh, okay.
And the topic for this Saturday is Manifestation Mojo.
So just getting all of
Yeah,
that learned and knowing how to set your intentions.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds magical.
Yes, it is going to be magical. Yeah.
And what time is that going to be at?
10 to 4.
10 to 4 at your lovely location.
Yes.
And that is...
At 50158 Eagles Way
Okay.
in Mesa.
And now, if you want to, like, participate in that, do you need to contact you at your place or just kind of show up? It's open house,
we're trying to get a head count.
Okay.
So there is a Facebook event, and you
Okay.
can RSVP there, or you can go to 6eagleshaven.com.
Perfect.
And look at under events
Yeah.
and look at Manifestation Mojo, and you can RSVP there.
Perfect.
And join us. So you will get a fabulous, delicious lunch.
I know, yum.
And make some new friends, and then we'll talk about how to manifest, how to charge up your mojo for manifesting what you want.
Oh, that's incredible.
And then we'll do a labyrinth walk.
Now, is there a fee for this, or this is just
Yes, it's a $33 fee, and that just covers
your door fee and the lunch,
the whole
and everything?
thing. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get to see all the things that you're doing at
Thank
your Six
you.
Eagles Haven, and I can't wait to come up and see the views.
Yes.
Now, again, you said that was 6eagleshaven.com.
Yes.
And then we can also find you on Facebook.
Yes.
Under just Allison Field.
Allison Field, or you can also visit our Six Eagles Haven Facebook page.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that I got to have you in the studio
Aw,
today.
thank you for
and
having me.
To be able to tell all these wonderful people about the incredible things. And honestly, you're a true inspiration. Like, I truly set and say and put it out there, my intentions, because I'm like, if she can do it, I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
Go girl. Anybody can do it.
Yes. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Are you a rock star female of Western Colorado who's constantly working your butt off to achieve your goals? Would you like a chance to tell Lady Alex and your friends about your passions? Big or small accomplishments, I'm calling all awesome moms, bosses, wives, and all-around lady bosses out to be on the new Say What podcast with Lady Alex. Finally stop trying to make yourself smaller and spotlight all your accomplishments that make you a rock star role model of the week. You can apply on Facebook at Bare Elements, subject line Podcast Opportunities. With so many incredible experiences under her belt, Miss Allison is proof that setting your intentions and putting them out into the world is something that can benefit you, but always remember that the negativity can also hurt you. So many of us want all the good things out of life, yet never truly cultivate a dream with goals and specific details because the fear of failure stops them before they can even dream it into fruition. So how do you start? Well, through the tips Miss Allison suggested, you start with what it is you truly want. What can you do to make small steps that get you there? As my favorite role model, Miss Rachel Hollis, does, she sets her goals and then uses them like stepping stones to get to her big dream. Be sure to come on back and hear about my own experience as I explore all that Six Eagles Haven has to offer with this Setting Intentions event. We talk about all the things that I learned and how I set my intentions to achieve my goals. If you like this podcast and found any value in my words, please like and subscribe. Snap a picture and post it to your social media, and don't forget to tag me to get recognition in future episodes. That's a wrap.